girls or for even guys who may have eating disorders, the thing is, they shouldn't care what they look like in weight. You can still be beautiful on the outside without being skinny, without being muscular. Now, beauty on the outside isn't even what matters though. So, as long as you can stay a good person, what's the point? I mean, you can just live to be who you want to be. If you want to be fit, go ahead. But if you're gonna do that, you want to do it in the most healthy way, because what matters is your health, your happiness, and as long as you can find that, you're good. Be a good person and be who you want to be. You're fine.
I definitely agree with this. There's pictures all over the internet that show people with skinny bodies, and girls feel like they need to fit that image, or guys feel like they need to fit that muscular image. So they try and fit that image, and it can be unhealthy for them.
I find that to be very wrong. I mean, look at these magazines that they have all of these women who are size 2s that sit there with their brushed up faces from all of the cropping and everything. You're literally lying to people about how girls should look. I mean, why should a girl change their body? Why is there not beauty in having curves? Why is there not beauty in maybe stretch marks? We shouldn't decide as society what is beautiful. You should decide yourself what you find to be beautiful. Maybe those stretch marks maybe they're sucky, but maybe they can be your motivation. And when you lose weight, you still have something left over. Well, it shows the path you've taken. It shows you've made it somewhere. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I know a few friends of mine that do that a lot just to fit the body image, or because they don't feel comfortable with the fat that's on them.
Now, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because it's a lot unhealthy. It's a lot more unhealthy. Now, maybe you'll get a few pounds off, but what about when you have to eat later? And then what about all the detriments to your health? It's totally not worth it. Just instead of, skipping that meal, go for a run. Like, if you really want to lose those few pounds. And exercising, it makes you feel amazing about yourself. You'll have more energy, you'll feel empowered, honestly. And even though you don't have to, if you're really worrying about your weight, just do that. Don't starve yourself. That's more work than exercising. Let's be real here.
I know, in elementary I was called fat a lot, so I was kind of afraid of that. I was a chubby, tiny bunny.
At age 10, I was worried about what my dog was gonna eat, not what I was eating, because as long as I remember to feed my dog, I got my allowance. So I don't understand why children are making a big deal of their weight when they are barely in the double digits. It doesn't make any sense.
Kind of sounds reasonable because, I don't know, it's pretty hard to, get out of stopping eating a lot.
Yeah.
And they might be afraid of what might happen to them because they don't know what's going to happen if they become like this certain thing.
Personally, I don't really, I'm not one for looking at others as being above me. I see us as we're all equal, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, I don't know how other people feel about that.
I think they should think better themselves instead of considering of changing the way they look, because it doesn't really matter what everyone thinks about you. It's what you think about yourself. I would agree with them, but I wouldn't let it I wouldn't let myself concern myself over my body image too much. But I think that we should at least try to stay healthy in some way.
I say, that's not really surprising. I know I had troubles with my body in 8th grade. I'm better now, but still, not surprising.
On the contrary, I think it's just accept yourself, and if you have any differences, make those stand out the most, because that is what is important. I know that there are things that there are things that people don't like about themselves, but you can't change it. So just love it.
Happy with it because we live in a society where perfection is a necessity, supposedly. So
That's good.
I can see that because, yeah, every day you get told or you see on Instagram, you know, all the bodies. It's a little bit hard to do.